What's going on? Welcome to Thumb Tacos. Today we're talking about how to avoid burnout. Now, hold on. This isn't going to be one of those videos that just tells you to do some basic stuff. This is a real conversation I'm about to have with you. If you are a streamer and you haven't experienced this yet, it is a real problem. And since it is Mental Awareness Month for May, I figured I had to at least do something to share some of my experiences with burnout and how I avoid it and the tools that help me along the way. So make sure you stay tuned. My name's Jared. I've been streaming for about a year and a half under Thumb Tacos on Facebook Gaming. I'm almost partnered, but I've been kind of plateaued for the last couple of weeks. It's been kind of interesting. I got up to 99% of the way to partner, and now I've been sitting at like 80% just consistently. I'm happy as hell. I could go full-time if I really wanted to at this point, but it would be extremely risky. And with that growth came a lot of waves of anxiety, imposter syndrome, and drive that makes you kind of think that you got to just keep going and going harder and harder and harder. Now, I experienced something like this very similar when I almost got supporter level the first round. And then when I actually achieved supporter, I really burnt myself out, and I promised myself I was never going to go through that process again. I wanted to avoid that. I wanted to share that with other streamers that, hey, don't focus in on those achievements, because when they happen, they just happen. And when you actually make it a focus and a goal, it's not a goal that you can totally control. The only thing we can do as streamers is go live, try to be entertaining, try to get some new followers, try to grow our channels. One thing we can't control is how fast you're going to achieve those goals. And when you start putting it in your description and you start focusing in on it, like we're going for this and this is what we're going to do, when you don't meet that goal and you don't have power over the control of that goal, that's when it hurts the most. Because as streamers, we are responsible for all the good and the bad on our page. So here's some tips to avoid burnout and to keep things positive as you move along. One thing you need to do is get used to your creator studio and learning to look at certain analytics that can really help you and benefit you. There are some on Creator Studio that will only drive you mad and really ruin your day. They have benchmarking on there, which I think is absolutely absurd. You never need to worry about benchmarking as a streamer. It compares you to other streamers at your level, but every streamer is different. Everything that you do on your stream is going to be different than mine. So how the hell can I compare my successes with yours or my failures with yours or anything like that? It doesn't make sense. The only thing it does, it pins us in a competitive mindset that actually can destroy our streams. So it's really important to not compare ourselves to other streamers. I forget who quoted this, but comparison is the thief of all joy. And I love that quote, and I wish I remember. I thought it was Teddy Roosevelt, probably misquoting that, but I love that phrase. It is beyond true. It is so true, and I've never realized how important it was until I started streaming. And it was like we had that in bands back in the day when I used to be in bands. Now I'm streaming. It's the same kind of thing. Like, you can't compare yourself to other streamers, and that will lead yourself to burnout because you think, like, if you're not live, you're failing. And somebody else is live, so they're doing it and you're not doing it. That's not true. You don't have to be live all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm almost partnered. I only stream 10 to 11 hours a week. That's it. That's all I do on my channel. I'm a part-time variety streamer, and I mean part-time. I still have a full-time job. I got a family. I got things going on in my house every single day that are way more important than going live and streaming. And it's important to remember that you have a life outside of streaming. Don't get caught in the trap that you have to keep going live every single moment that you can. And something else to consider too, if you're starting to build an audience at a certain time of day, keep riding that out, because the times that you're not live, you're building the anticipation for your next live. A lot of people that step into the full-time range, they start going live 2-3 times a day, and they burn out their audience. The audience can literally catch them at any point during the day, so they don't feel like it's something special. They're just going to come in live when they can, when it's convenient for them, which is fine. But then you're breaking up your audience across different time zones and trying to build, and you're not going to see the actual growth for a while. I'm not saying not to do this. It's just be aware that when you guys start stepping into other time zones that you're not usually streaming in, you're going to see a decline in your overall, but you'll probably see an incline over time overall. I hope that makes sense. Another way to avoid burnout is to keep things entertaining, keep things fun within your stream. Do things that you want to do. If you're sick of playing a certain game, it's okay to play a different game once in a while. Just don't do it all the time, because you can kill your algorithm boost. But it is okay to step out and do a different game. And if your viewership gets cut in half, it's not like the viewers that aren't there are mad at you. They're just more interested in something else for the time being, and they'll be back when you go back to the other thing. Jumping around constantly as a streamer can probably hurt your overall growth, but if you have to take a break from something once in a while, it's okay. You can do it. That leads me to my next tip. If you need to take a break from streaming, take a break. Now, I have one of the bigger experiments that I haven't had on my page in a while. I'm going on a 10-day vacation. I'm taking 10 days away from my stream. I set up a streamer to fill in for me while I'm gone. And after this video comes out on the Monday, I'm going to have another quick video that I'm going to have to put together on the day I get back from vacation. We're going to go over that process, how you can set up a streamer to fill in for you. And then we're also going to talk about the negative effects it may or may not have on the stream. The only way I'm not going to know is, like, I'm going to go live that Monday when I come back. And then I'm going to take those analytics from that and go over it on my next video after this one. It's going to be a short, quick video because I'm going to have to edit a video after a live and then go to work the next day. But I find it very interesting, and I'm okay with experimenting on my channel to see how things work and how they don't work. So that's either going to be a good thing or bad thing. But I'm predicting that my page will be fine, I will survive, and I can go on vacation at least once a year and not see any real major negative effects from it. And I hope that that sheds some light for some of you that need a break, because it's okay. It's completely okay to take a break. Another thing to avoid burnout is make sure you are getting enough sleep. I know this is a brush over and kind of a given that you think is so predictable and easy. Just get enough sleep. But as streamers, we get done live and we look at our numbers and we dig through our analytics and we don't actually just think, hey, this can wait. This can wait for another time. We don't have to be doing this right now. You can go to sleep. Get some sleep, get some rest. Don't burn yourselves out on the sleep, because when your sleep goes downhill, everything around your headspace and how you function as a human starts to decline. Sleep is very important. Exercise and eating better, all these things are good to improve your stream, believe it or not, because when you're healthier and you're more energized, when you go live, you'll be in a better position. So like I said, guys, please keep in mind that you don't have to burn yourselves out. Find a reasonable stream that keeps you going overall. Have a social life. Have a life outside of streaming, because that's experiences and things that you can bring into your stream to talk about instead of just the gameplay. One downfall I see with a lot of streamers is they only talk about the games that they're playing and they don't have any like real world experiences to share with their audience. Believe it or not, most people that watch streamers want to get to know the streamer. And once you have an audience that cares about you as a streamer, your streams and your choices down the road will have less of an effect on your overall growth, because people are there for you and not the game. Look, guys, if you like this video, consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. That way you can keep up with my weekly content on making us all better streamers. These videos come from my own experiences as I go through them. And this is the most real thing I can share right now is I'm about to go on vacation. The next video is going to be an experiment on how that affects my own channel. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe up so you don't miss a thing. And I'll see you guys when I get back. Take care.